Hey everybody, we are getting ready to race a game called Textorcist, which you may have seen before, possibly, if you watched SGDQ in 2019, I believe is when it was on there.
Yeah, I think Teddy Rass ran it. This game's actually, it looks really cool. I never played it myself. It's a combination of two things I'm terrible at, bullet hells and typing coherently, so...
Have you been watching for Pinocchio, or are we looking at that still? Anyone doing that?
Yeah, I think at least one run's been posted. So Moonberry already has a run of 1444, which, if I'm not mistaken, beats my personal best.
Nice.
So that was pretty quickly done. Hopefully more happens, but if nothing else, another world record in the books for the Speedbump team.
I'm waiting on Joystick Hero to go live, it looks like.
Okay. I can
And
can do some pings.
Those two. They, I just went and... This game is, like, on one of those big Steam sales right now. Textorcist.
Joystick Hero is live at joystick_hero.
Okay, it looks like they're coming on.
Okay.
Like I was saying, this game, you know, instead of giving out a prize for the speedrun championship record, I sometimes spend the month's pot on buying people games that are regulars in the community. That's what we did. I just bought 6 copies of this for the 6 players who chose to race tonight that I recognize their names. They play all the time for us, so happy to do it. Thanks for supporting the bump. Let's see how you do in an unseen run of Textorcist, just with no information going in, pretty much. I believe the control scheme for this game is you use the arrows to dodge a bunch of bullets, and when you can, you type. You can use 2 hands to type if you are fast. You might want to be good enough to just type with your left hand, though. Your call on which one of those things is better, I think, is what it comes down to. I
wonder if it supports different keyboard layouts.
I have no idea. I don't know a whole lot about it myself, it just looks cool. I'm still waiting on Digi. I see everyone else.
Digi says they're troubleshooting at the moment.
Okay.
So it might be a minute. If it goes beyond a minute, I might tell Digi to catch up with us as we start.
Yeah, that's fine. So what we have here is a game none of us have seen, right? Have you seen this?
I've never watched it. I'm generally familiar with it, but I've not watched very much of it. So I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this race and finding out if this is something I should be excited to play. Also, the banner on the Steam store says new game modes. So
yeah, that's true. I think that's why it's popping up. While we're waiting, I'm gonna plug what I'm doing after the show. I'm gonna play a sponsored game for an hour. I like to play indie games on sponsorship when I can. This one is Pong with just table tennis, but wacky. It's gonna go nuts. You can see that link will take you to their trailer, and you can see they got the Mass Effect narrator on that trailer, I think, is what they got. Like,
I watched the trailer, and it seems like a really funny game. So
yeah, looking forward to trying it.
I'm looking forward to watching.
I didn't spoil. I didn't play it. I went in to make sure it worked, and I quit before it. I think it's gonna do something nuts. It was just Pong for like I scored 2 points. I'm like, it's going to explode or something, right? I should shut this down before I spoil it.
All right. Let me follow up with Digi.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on them. I think they can just come on when they're ready, whenever they can. Yeah, this game we're about to race, Textorcist, is on a huge sale right now. It's on the front page of Steam. If you like what you see, $2, I think is what it costs. Hook you up with that. Let's switch to their screens and get some of that audio going.
Yeah.
So we have 6 players. I will be rotating back and forth between 3 on each screen. 1 player we're just waiting on, and I'm going to give them a couple more minutes, and then we'll just we'll get started, and they can step in whenever they want. We're going to give them 30 minutes. This world record is around 15 now, like under 16 now, just barely.
So it should be easy for them to finish in 30.
The run at SGDQ, I think, was in the mid-20s. I feel like, I'm not sure if there's RNG or, like, this seems like a game that would have a controllable element to it, right?
I would think so. I mean, most bullet hells are very much pattern oriented, and I think what I've seen of it, the stuff that you type is actually like you're typing the exorcism. So it's not like random text that you're typing. It should be fixed, I would imagine.
One thing I did notice is the speedrunner that I was watching knew exactly where to move to be able to stand still and type out whole sentences for a while. Just really had pixel precision down on, if I stand here now during this attack, this is my chance to really blast them. And that was what they were doing. So, you know, they have a huge advantage in that foreknowledge of not having to dodge as much, because they know how to evade big time.
This is one of those types of speedruns that it really just benefits you to have a very specific niche skill. In this case, it's being an unbelievable typist. Like, I mean, I'm no slouch. I can type at like 60, 70 words per minute, but that's not the numbers that people who are going to be good at this game are going to be putting up.
Well, I think we should go ahead and give them the start, and Digi, if they can get online, they can go ahead and start. If not, enjoy the free game. Thanks for playing Speedbump so much. I appreciate the participation. This is kind of like a prize to my regulars, honestly. When you say go, I'll hit that clock.
Alright, I'm going to give them a countdown. There we go. I have given them the high sign. We should see some people firing up right about now.
If they ask, default settings on whatever first campaign or whatever seems correct is what I would want them to do. And they can skip any cutscenes they feel like skipping.
I feel like training your players to use WASD to move is a real mistake in a typing game. Like, you'll have to learn that and then very quickly unlearn it as soon as you have to actually type things.
I think, like, the problem with that is, like, I saw that WASD is used as a typing set sometimes.
Yeah.
So arrow keys are what's gonna have to be, right?
Right. But when they started up the game, it said that they could use arrow keys or WASD to move.
Does that mean they wouldn't put those keys in the sentence then?
I don't know.
Are you allowed to make mistakes? I played a couple typing games, and these are the questions I had. Like, I'm not sure what they designed it like. These questions could be anything. It's whatever they decided to do. There's a couple workable methods here. So here we see a pretty easy, here's how this works, Ella. Yeah, WSAD, those letters are unpopular, you never see those.
Name a single word that has S in it. You can't.
Have you ever seen a W before?
Never.
I will be grabbing the audio from Sentinel on Group A.
Okay.
This group. Group B, I'll be grabbing the audio from Dude. So as we switch back and forth, that's what's going on. In the top left each time, that's the screen. Did you still have in tech?
Digi's giving it their best.
If it's the same, I mean, it probably is the same words each time. The speedrunners probably got real good at typing in wretched.
Yeah.
Excellent wretched typer.
I'm very bad at, like, gamified typing. Video games that have typing as a mechanic in it, I have found I do very poorly at. Like educational typing games, ones that like want to punish you if you mistype anything. I don't know if it's just that I make a lot of errors and I don't realize it usually because I correct them immediately, or if it's just more stress. But if you tell me that I'm going to be punished if I mistype anything, I will mistype the first word.
I tell you what my problem is. I grew up on Quake 3 and Counter-Strike and stuff, and I never really learned how to type properly because I got so used to a mouse being my right hand. All of my typing done on the left hand, so when I go to type in proper form in class, I'm like, I couldn't really ever learn proper methods. Like, I knew where the keys were, I could do it, but I make a lot of mistakes trying to do it right. I'm way better with just the improper form that I kind of adapted to play quickly.
It's interesting that it kind of shows you what you need to type in multiple places, so that wherever your eyes are on the screen, you can hopefully get that information. It has like the full text at the bottom, but it also has the word you're currently typing right above your head.
My phone's blowing up. Steam is like, hey, did somebody steal your credit card? What? Nah, it's fine.
It's fine. I often buy 6 copies of the same game.
I don't have a good way to like gift them unless you add me to friends. It's a whole ordeal, unfortunately.
Yeah, Steam doesn't have a great way of doing that. I bought Llama Lana for a bunch of people, and I wish there had been an easier way to just like gift the game out, aside from, you know, I have to add every single person as a friend on Steam.
Yeah, they made it worse, I think, at some point in the last couple years. They made
I mean, I imagine it's probably trying to combat, you know, account theft or whatever the case may be. Those sort of security systems always just end up being terribly inconvenient for people who aren't doing anything wrong.
Yeah. I'm surprised Steam ever took off, honestly. Like, when it came out for Half-Life 2, I remember everyone hated it. It was like the intro game that brought Steam, and like, wow, this is the worst thing ever. They improved it a lot, I guess, but even so.
Oh man, if you get hit by the vomit, I guess in this case, it just obscures the page at the bottom, so you can't see what you're supposed to be typing. I imagine that the speedrun doesn't really care about that, because it seems like you might still be able to type if you know what you're supposed to be typing.
You gotta go pick up the book to get your sentence. Looks like you have to be within range of the boss, maybe, to type.
Yeah, there does seem to be a distance away that if you get too far, it stops you.
And you can drop your book if you get shot. Looks like that resets all your progress.
Then you probably don't want to be doing that.
Dude just tried to type in the whole sentence real quick and got blasted on the last word. Looks like Sentinel's in the same place. You have to type in the word read to get the lore. This game has really attractive game design.
Watching Sentinel just key smash the keyboard in order to try to figure out what word is being obscured.
He doesn't know the amen. I saw it. It's blocked. It's slimed. Didn't see the word. Oh, there it is. Nice. You lose hearts only when hit without your book. The slimed third zombie boss is giving people a hard time. Most of the players are here, I've noticed.
Yeah, a few people have progressed past it, right? 2 people, I think.
Looks like it. Yeah, there is a timer on the book when you drop it. It looks like 2 seconds to reset your sentence.
So if you collect it fast enough, you're not punished for...
Yeah, it's like it's honestly like Sonic's rings. It's just keeping you from taking damage. But it's also what you need to use to kill the boss at all, right?
I mean, you have to have the book in order to be able to perform the exorcism, I think.
I saw this map, this disco map. Good luck. Daffodil is there.
Daffodil seems to have a unique aptitude for this game.
Doing extremely well, making this clown, well, look like a clown. I don't know what else to say. He's kicking ass here. The pink and green color scheme is what I pick when I'm trying to make something disgusting. When I'm trying to make my XCOM squad look like cotton candy, I pick that. Works every time. No one
can. That's the dream combo for you?
Those Joker colors. No one can make those look good, including the Joker. Nobody. Looks like the slime boss is getting blasted. I feel like I could...
seems to be making good progress here.
Yeah, I feel like I could really bang out that sentence super fast. I wonder if there's I wonder what kind of difficulty settings this game has. Is there a limiter on how fast you can type it? Also, I don't know the answer to that. Because I feel like...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm not the greatest typer in the world, but I feel like I could type out that sentence in 1.5 seconds. Like if I were just allowed to.
Could you do it being worried about every other part of the screen and constantly fussy about whether or not you're about to have to use the arrow keys again?
I feel like I would try and buy myself a nice place to get 1 second of time and just smash out those letters. Rather than try and dodge and type at the same time. But I'm not sure. If there is a limiter on it, maybe dodging and typing is smarter. I think Piccolo's colors is green and white, right? I'm mixing up his outfit, his fit. Here's the really sexy looking LED.
Nice nightclub. Wonder what benefits you get from building up your combo meter in this game. Like whether or not that is something that's worth focusing on. Is it just for score maybe, or is there actually like a mechanical benefit to it?
I appreciate dude is not skipping the dialogue really into this argument with Kefka up here in the strip bar. Over here we have this. You must type leave to exit, just like my house. We're about half done.
Everyone's doing a really good job. This, I mean, maybe it's just because I know that I would be really challenged by this game. But it seems like everyone's playing as well or better than I think I would.
It is a game built on splitting your focus, I think. And I think I'm seeing a lot of polish here. This is a well-received game. I saw it was on sale. I saw the popularity of it. I saw it had speedruns. Enough to make it to the point where we really shouldn't try and take on this record. This record's probably crushed. No. But it would be fun to put a couple names on that board somewhere.
I'd be certainly impressed to see some speed bumpers getting high up on that list, but this is one that I feel like has seen enough attention that I don't expect huge gains to be made. I like this, this repeated theme of typing something to interact with the object. Like when this boss throws bombs out, you can disable the bomb, but you have to go up to the bomb and type whichever word it wants you to use. Disable, disarm, whatever the case may be.
I didn't notice that.
It's kind of a neat idea.
Sentinel and Dude are both working on this boss still. Gaffadil's moved on to the next one. Rock concert demons. There is DLC for this that is also on an extremely small price tag right now. That adds a couple more bosses if you really like this. And you get the OST on sale as well. Like, everything involving this game is just like 80% off right now.
Nice. Wow. Gaffadil just found the perfect place to stand for that. I think that's a lot of what this game is. It probably intentionally builds certain locations that are more or less safe, even if it doesn't look that way. And being able to identify those are probably the key to being able to make any consistent progress. Otherwise, you end up in a situation like Sentinel is right now, where you kind of get one word typed and then you have to focus back on something else and then you get one word typed. But I think that's the big difference between what was going on with Gaffadil. Gaffadil was identifying those locations where it's safe to stand, and then, just like you said, you know, banging out a whole sentence in a few seconds. Looks like Digi is jumping in 15 minutes after. So Digi will have about 15 minutes on that clock to make some progress. Not unreasonable to think that Digi could catch up. I mean, everyone here is on boss 2 or 3.
I'm getting Necrodancer vibes from this clown. That's what I thought when I first saw this. Is this a Necrodancer thing I'd never heard of before? That's cool. He that difficult is someone I knew who was running the community's races all the time. That was a really well done tournament for Crypto Necrodancer. Really just fine-tuned running game, rhythm game.
They have a really great community for races and tournaments too. They had what was it called, Condor?
Yeah, that's that tournament. Yeah.
So we got Gaffadil in first. Joystick Hero seems to be in second, now entering the boss that Gaffadil's been working on. I think everyone else is either still on or wrapping up the second boss, with Nodelecta still working on the first one. I honestly feel like I'd be where Nodelecta is right now. I'm terrible at splitting my focus like that. Nodelecta just wrapping up the first boss, though. So Nodalect is still in it.
Digi's learning the ropes. And they beat that guy. Tutorial down.
Very
nice. Here
nice.
we have Gaffadil still in the rock concert. Looking a little messy. Wow, nice dodging. Managed to grab the book. That's the important part here, is that recovery.
Yeah, it seems like for the most part, getting hit isn't that big of a deal as long as you are prepared for it to chase down the book.
I think Gaffadil has done it. So that's boss 3.
That's awesome. That's great progress.
Joystick Hero's working on it now, learning that this boss is a little bit of a madhouse. But yeah, there's a huge wide opening there that you can use. Joystick Hero is on phase 2, I think. A lot of our players are spending some time in the HQ typing in various things.
Even in a race, it's important to respect the lore.
Well, I think even this has to be, like, typed in, so... The stage select, you can't just go to the theater, you have to type in the whole name of the place. Vegan black metal. You a metalhead off the blues? You like jams?
I have specific like metal that I like, but not in general. I got nothing against it, just never found anything that really clicked with me.
Oh, I've seen some action over here. I haven't seen this before. What are you up to, dude? Is this the concert? Entrance?
Yeah, this is the introduction before that third boss.
It's like solving a puzzle.
What do they want from me? This game's really on the nose. They have spray paint right there that just says F the clergy. Just like getting right to it, huh?
This is like the investigation phase, like that Phoenix Wright collected clues area of the game. Get to the next stage.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with Catholic rites, but I assume this is actually what exorcisms are like. Is this real?
Yeah, you gotta be very muscular to do an exorcism. You ever seen Constantine?
I hadn't, no.
The show or the movie? Keanu Reeves is in the movie.
Or the graphic novel.
The video game sucks. Let's play it.
Haven't you played it?
Yeah. That's how I know.
I feel like I tuned in for a little bit of it and understood none of it.
It's there's a scene where he replaces the water in the sprinkler system for the fires with holy water.
Of course, that makes sense.
Turns that bad boy on, takes care of some problems.
Is that supposed? Is Constantine supposed to be about like a Catholic priest gone rogue?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He did something. He's supposed to be dead. He's supposed to be in hell, but somehow he's alive. He did some kind of sin that he's gonna pay his. He can't get his soul back. Like he's unforgivable, but he's still fighting monsters while he does it. So he's on the lam. You know, he's just a rogue priest doing some priesty things. That's what it is. That's the plot. I don't remember the fine details, but that's what it is. And the show, and possibly whatever story it's from, he has a best friend who like has 300 lives, and he uses them up all the time, like a cat. He just keeps on dying.
What's wrong with me that this sounds like a compelling storyline? What's wrong with me that I'm thinking, oh, I should check that out? That sounds pretty interesting.
I watch a lot of dumb TV shows, and that one's on my list. I've seen a couple. Like there is a Japanese folklore. I don't remember the name. I think it's in Dead by Daylight now, of a ghoul who is this lady who asks you if you think she's pretty, and she has slit throat. And if you say yes, she'll slice yours, and if you say no, she'll get pissed off and kill you. So you can't win. And Constantine's friend, who has 1,000,000 lives, died like 60 times trying to solve the riddle of how not to get killed by this lady, which is to be like, I don't know. you just don't answer. Do you think you're pretty? Like, you just do, you divert a little bit there, because the binary choice is a trap, and it took him like way too long to figure this out.
Yeah, the solution to the riddle is just to call her mid.
That doesn't sound right. I think it's supposed to be, if you see this lady, you're done for, no matter what. I don't think there's actually supposed to be a correct answer, but in the show there was. It was to confuse her with a stupid guy.
Mid plus you fell off plus ratio.
She's a 10, but she wants to stab me.
Oh, that's a 13, baby.
What?
You gotta respect a little bit of danger.
We're at 26 minutes almost on this race. Looks like we're making it to Area 5.
Everyone's doing such a great job. I'm really impressed at how well most of our players, I mean, honestly, all of our players have just like picked this up and run with it. Daffodil is desperate to figure out what they're supposed to do here.
Yep, looking around the convent for something. Cannot find it. Really pretty pixel art. I always appreciate that. There's a lot of good pixel art. I follow, every time I see on Twitter some cool ass pixel art. That's a game I'm looking at for that. I think that's the first time I've seen a death screen. Dude got caught without their Bible.
Well, you hate to see that.
The Constantine movie is really, if you like Supernatural, it's similar to that kind of plot.
I never watched Supernatural. Is that any good?
It's like 12 seasons, and it probably should only be 4, but it's okay.
Why does this boss have like one jacked arm?
Why not? That's the Popeye method.
Popeye had 2 jacked arms.
He only ever used one. If you look, I'm just making things up. Yeah, Supernatural is a monster of the week, fun romp, but they take it very seriously after a while, and that's fine. But then their big bad like scales up like Dragon Ball Z style, except for it's you know God in chapter 4, and then they have 7 more chapters after that. So I felt like I didn't have any interest in it after too long. I really like the Monster of the Week stuff better than the main plot for the most part.
Gaffadil is still perplexed, having typed into chat, question mark?
Well, 90 seconds to go, no problem, hey.
Joystick Hero has caught up. Honestly, the winner of this race is whoever figures out what the hell to do in here.
It looks like mistakes do penalize you backwards. Maybe. I'm not super clear on that, but that's what it appears to be.
Yeah, it looks like typing errors roll it back a little bit, yeah. I believe you're correct.
Both of our leading players are still stumbling around the convent, not sure what to interact with. And I can't help them, I have no idea, even if I wanted to. But we are in the last 30 seconds, so we'll see if they figure it out in that time. Doesn't seem like they're in the right place, right? Like, I would leave, I would try some other completely different place, but what do I know? Oh, Joystick has found something. Maybe? No. They found something, but it's, I assume Gaffadil's already found that.
I think we're at time.
Oh, Joystick Hero just took the lead. They figured it out. Look at that, off the blues. You can tell Gaffadil the bookshelf in the back is what they need to interact with, I think. What a turnaround. What an aggressive boss, by the way. I want to see if Gaffadil needs to do what I just saw, which is mess with the bookshelf and then talk to the nun, I think is what it was. But I'm not sure. Like, you interact with the books and they flip around, and then you fool the nun into saying the wrong thing, and then you identify that she is not a nun. But I might be wrong. That's what I saw.
Well, that's time, and I hope everyone enjoyed watching this, and I hope our players enjoyed playing it. It was very interesting, and I'll probably be checking it out now that I own a copy as well.
By to sell 7 copies of this game.
Well, 8 if you bought one for yourself, right?
Might as well. At least, I mean, if anybody else bought it. Maybe, just from watching it. Oh, Pinocchio is our speed bump game still. We're looking at that for 2 more weeks. We'll probably check out the record on that next week and maybe host a Royal Rumble pack at some point this month.
That'll be fun.
That seems good. Thanks for joining me off the blues. What'd you think of Textorcist?
I'm looking forward to checking it out myself sometime so that people can cringe in embarrassment at watching me try to play that.
I saw that there's a category for co-op or whatever, two people on the same keyboard, like NCIS hacking style, trying to play this game.
That would be really good.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to my sponsored game, Hypergalactic Psychic Tennis Table Tennis 3000.
Enjoy it. I look forward to watching a little bit of it.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay, folks, this game here, if you want a preview of it while I get it ready, there it is. Click that link. I'll be right back with that.